one. I know you see how much. Welcome back to the Joe Levy show. All right, so here's the deal. I'm actually fully committing now to becoming a YouTuber, a podcaster, a degenerate, a scumbag. I'm committing to the lifestyle tonight. Joining me, my producer Ethan behind the microphone. Say hi, Ethan.
Hello.
Hello, that's all he's going to say for the whole show, don't worry. But, yeah, we're going to have a great show today, actually. It's going to be a good positive mood, actually. It's going to be a positive show. It's going to be a good show. It's going to be very fun. Because I realized that, my career was basically going nowhere for the past 4 years. Really horrible. I just really, well, actually, I've accomplished a lot in my career. I've got a drinking problem, a drug problem, a gambling problem. An eye contact problem. I can't look at the camera. It's hard for me to maintain it. And I have no respect. And the only thing these fucking scumbags respect is respect. You know what I mean? If you want to gain respect, you got to take respect. And frankly, I have no respect. So, anyways, welcome back to the Joe Levy show. We got a good agenda, a good addendum, a good fucking... It's a great day in America, okay? Unless you're a woman, then you're upset for some reason. But... first of all, before we get into the abortion talk, I want to talk about a thing that's been on my mind, all right? Well, could we stop mixing desserts with the regular foods? I mean, these chocolate-covered strawberries, right? These chocolate-covered pretzels. It's gone too far. Frankly, it's gone too far. Everywhere I go now, I see these fucking... This regular food. I like the regular food, right? So it'll be like a good strawberry, then try to put chocolate on it, or it'll be like a pretzel and put... No. If I'm eating a regular food, I want to have regular food. I don't need to mix desserts with these regular foods. You know what I mean? It's like we have to have everything nowadays. You have to have everything. You can't just have, you know what I mean? Oh, it's not enough to have strawberries. We have strawberries and chocolate. Oh, well, we can't just have pretzels. We gotta have pretzels and chocolate. We can't just fucking, sacrifice a child to this god of Satan. We have to do it with chocolate. It's gone too far. It's gone too far, quite frankly. You know what I mean? Ethan? It's like, okay, here's what I've...
Boo! Sorry, I'm just trying to do like a soundboard thing back here,
Yeah, no, I understand.
Is it working?
It's working. It's working great. It's working great. No, but you know what I mean? Like,
Woo!
You know what I mean? Like, everything's with fucking chocolate nowadays. It's like, okay, there's a Jewish bread called challah, you know what I mean? And some people like challah, which, no, it's like, it's too far, you know what I mean? I think it ruins the regular food. I want like a fucking cracker. I don't want a cracker and fucking banana bread also.
Yeah, but sugar challah is really good.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Dude, it's so good.
I don't like it. I want, I guess if it's just a little sugar.
You know Oscar Cool, shout out to that guy, his really hot mom, how she makes that sugar challah.
Our friend does have a really hot. His mom is hot,
and it makes the sugar challah even better.
Yeah,
she's hot, and like she made it. Like
I remember when I went to his house once. His mom was serving us the food, and like the food becomes better because she puts it down seductively. She puts down the roast in front of you, like all like you know what I mean, like and her fucking tits.
Try my roast.
Yeah. It's like I'm gonna take a bite of that meat if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah. You try to fuck his mom.
And
we're back. No, it's good. Whatever. That's just a small rant I had about. Like, I don't like. I'm trying to figure out like what other foods are chocolate covered. I'm searching bananas. But okay, no. Look at this. Potato chips, chocolate covered. That's too far. I'm sorry,
Dude,
it's too far.
Did I tell you not to do that? Okay.
It's too far. Potato chips with chocolate, it's ridiculous. Bacon, if you're having bacon covered in chocolate, you might as well just eat a fucking Xbox controller. That's what it is. If you're having chocolate covered bacon, you might as well just eat a fucking a fedora. You know what I mean? All right. Do people care about this? I think this is a good topic.
True. It's true.
Thank you. That's what I need. It's true. Fucking bacon and chocolate. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's like you might. Imagine taking a pig and covering it in chocolate. That's what you're basically doing. Actually, sounds pretty good. A pig covered in chocolate. What am I saying? All right. Well, forget that. Let's get to the big news. Okay. Okay. That was the. Okay. I got a haircut. If you couldn't tell, I always get a haircut on this show because it's always it's like apart by a long distance of time. You know what I mean? And here's the thing. So I usually go to this barber, right? And I go to the barber, and I usually go to the same barber shop, but have a different barber cut my hair each time. I don't know why I do that. It's just a thing I like to do, right? But I went to this time. This guy fucked up my hair. He fucked me up, bro. And you know what? You have to the thing about getting a bad haircut is bad because you have to be smile while handing him your money as he fucks you over. You know what I mean? I'd be like, yeah, it looks great as there's fucking pubes, drizzling down my forehead. You know what I mean?
It was really bad.
It was horrible.
It was
so bad. Bro, it was uneven and shit. You know what I
Like
mean?
the front looked nice, but then it was so puffy, like in the middle of your head. It was so bad.
It was like if I took like one of those levelers.
Did you tip him?
I tipped him. Yeah, I gave him like I gave him like $10 extra. I always tip the barber.
After he messed up your hair that bad?
No matter what, I tip the barber.
Mm-hmm,
I feel like if someone's gonna have scissors next to my neck, I'm gonna give them money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they didn't kill you.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
It's like the last time scissors have been in your neck, it's gotten a lot worse. You know what I mean? You ever cut yourself? Never mind. Anyway, so the guy he fucks at my hair, so I'm like, fuck it, I need to get a new barber. So I'm like, all right, I moved to a new neighborhood. I'm going to go look for the local neighborhood barber. So I walk into this place, bro. I walk into this place. I try to sit down. He's like, what are you here for? And I'm like, I just wanted a haircut. He's like, oh. That's what he says to me. He goes, oh. Like, he makes sounds at me, you know what I mean? He goes like, oh. But, like, he actually, like, used the words and stuff. And then I'm like, yo. And I'm like, could I sit down? It's like, oh, come back tomorrow. It was like he took a look at me, and he didn't want me in his store. You know what I mean? It's like he pretty womaned me, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he didn't want me.
We don't have one to use.
Yeah, we don't want you in the store. Which, by the way, it's a little annoying. It's like, bro, like, you should be honored to fucking cut my hair. I have thick, voluptuous hair. I have the hair of a Chewbacca and a horse. You know what I mean? You should want to cut my hair. Anyways, then I didn't even want to get a haircut, but I just wanted to go to a different place out of spite. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to go to one of his competitions just out of spite, just to fuck him over.
So is that what you did?
So I walk into a store, and then I'm like, okay, let me get a haircut. I sit down. They're very nice to me. They're very like, oh, they sit me down like, you want a beer, whatever you want to do. The guy's like talking to me in like some French accent, you know, even though he's probably like Spanish, but he's like talking French just to add to the lore of the place. And then I look up on the board, $56. $56, and I'm like, fuck. That's literally one. It's like I have like 6 haircuts in my bank account. You know what I mean? Like I have like 6 hair. I can afford 6 haircuts, you know. And then I'm like, fuck it, whatever. I out of spite. The only reason I got it was out of spite. So then I sit down. The guy starts fucking like, starts like caressing me, you know. Puts like a hot towel on me. Puts the robe on me. There's like Spanish music playing, you know what I mean? And he's like, oh. And then he has like a guy from like Morocco. He's like, oh, where are you from? And I'm like, Brooklyn. He's like, no, where are you from? You know. He starts like trying to ask me my race to try to get on my good side, you know. But like starts massaging me, puts a finger on my ass, you know. And then I'm like, fuck it. I guess it is worth the $56. So whatever. But then here's the thing. They always start like roasting the old guy who cut your hair. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, who cut your hair before us? It's fucking trash. And it's like, who cut your hair? It's trash. It's all uneven. I'm like, yeah, that guy sucks. Like, yeah, your hair is fucking trash. You're fucking ugly. Your eyebrows are ashamed. Your nose is big. You dress horrible. Like, whoa. Stick to the hair, buddy. You know what I mean? Hey, you can't stick to the hair. He's like, oh, your shoes are bad. I'm like, all right, buddy. You didn't come to this country just to make fun of me, you know? Whatever. But, whatever. His name was,
Maybe we shouldn't say his name.
I don't know. I don't know his name. Whatever, we shouldn't say his name, so.
Player X?
Player X. His name was Player X, you know what I mean?
Did you know that Player X in Molly's game was
Yeah.
supposedly Tobey Maguire?
Ah, that makes sense. I hear, makes
Right?
sense.
Right? He was like, they said he was like this huge like gambling addict and like, I just heard that, like, he was Tobey Maguire. And now, like, I want to watch it again because now I want to see Tobey Maguire, like, messing up kids in poker. Like.
Yeah. Imagine Spider-Man beat your ass in poker.
Yeah, I would go to play for Spider-Man. Like,
Yeah,
100%.
100%. Yeah, that's what people probably come play by us because we fucking, have to lose. Well, I used to like Spider-Man
We just have
more.
to tell them that you own, like, 50% of Blue Banana Films.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone will
and
come.
it'll be done. Okay, fine. That's pretty funny. Yeah, we started running like a poker ring in our fucking apartment. It's really horrible. But I think next time you could send the couch, or you could like send the chair maybe over there. I feel like you're on the floor. I feel bad.
On the floor?
Never mind. Anyways, so we have a podcast, right?
Not on the floor. Hold on, I'm in my director's chair. Okay.
Sorry,
they
you're
don't
right.
know. They don't know that.
He's running the floor. I mean. Anyway, so we're trying to start a podcast or a show, right? Because I feel like if you're a young guy in this, if you're a young, good-looking guy in an urban, area, you should be trying to run a show. You know what should not try to run shows? Teachers. Haven't you talked enough? Teachers. This is a public announcement. Haven't you talked enough? You need to take over podcasts now too. Really? Haven't you infected our brains for the first 18 years of my life? You gotta now talk to me at home also. What I'm trying to say is there's a new phenomenon where every profession has a podcast, and now fucking teachers are trying to run podcasts too. And by the way, before I get into this, shame on you if you're a kid and you're listening to these teachers' podcasts, because you're the reason look at these evil people right here. I know my producer doesn't like it when I show things on my laptop because it gives away private information, but look at these evil smiles. If you're a kid listening to teachers talk about podcasts while you're off duty, you should fucking really, shame on you. You should be at detention. You should be suspended. You should be expelled. You should be beaten. You should have to look at these faces when you wake up every single morning. Can you imagine going to school, looking at these faces that they're fucking and then going home and imagine listening to your teacher's podcast. My teacher had a podcast. I listened to it, but it was ironically. I listened to it ironically, and they sure as hell didn't have 411K subscribers of fucking dumb kids.
Did you really hate Miss Ferraro that much?
No, it wasn't Miss Ferraro. It was our rabbi had a podcast. It was called Take 10 for Torah. It was 10 minutes long because he knew to do fucking 10 minutes. He knew to keep it at 10 minutes and keep his mouth shut. He didn't run it out for 30 minutes. Anyways, these seem like nice people. But could you look at these mean teachers? Look how mean these teachers are.
I heard that a lot of students would also bring very strange items to school, like especially this year. I had one teacher tell me that.
What? He brought a strange item to school. What was the strange item? A gun to shoot you? Oh, what a strange item. All right, that was a little too far. Look, she seems like a nice person, but just listen to her, speak.
She was just teaching, and a kid just randomly took a sweet potato out of his backpack and just threw it at another kid.
Oh, what a random kid. He's probably a poor kid who was trying to eat sweet potatoes. Oh, this kid just randomly brought his lunch to school and started acting out? God damn it. All right, I'm going to try to calm down a little. I feel like I'm projecting a lot unnecessarily. But still, they're just making fun of this poor kid who can't afford lunch.
Did you just pour a shot in your glass?
I found out that yams and sweet potatoes are different.
I found out that yams and sweet potatoes are different. I found out this kid who couldn't have nutrients at home and was starving and was needed supplements because he wasn't getting the proper vitamins, was throwing his food around the school because he was acting out because he needed attention, because he was getting beat at home because his parents neglected him. Oh, Avery, now we talk about the weirdest things, like how I was want to fuck my student with a sweet potato.
We just had a conversation in the car, yams versus sweet
Yams versus sweet potatoes, couldn't believe that. My kid, he brought yams and sweet potatoes. Jesus Christ.
Bro, every time they can say something crazy, I be looking at you, because I'm like, I need to look at somebody.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Because it's gone too far. You know what I mean? It's the fact that I don't want to hear the teacher's inner thoughts. You know, because I went to school, I was what they call a troubled kid. I know the teacher's inner thoughts. You know what they are? It's I want to go home and drink, smoke a cigarette, and forget about these kids. Because some of these teachers are just, they're in a perpetual state. It's not, as you grow older, you develop, right? So when you're around, kids who are in 4th grade and you're in 4th grade, you act like you're in the 4th grade. Then you go to the 5th grade, you act like you're in the 5th grade. You go to 6th grade, act like 2nd grade. And as you develop, you're supposed to spend time around people your age who are at the same development level as you and are developing the same way as you. Now, if you go from developing all the way here and then you go back down to hanging around 4th graders, guess what? You're gonna be an idiot. No matter how you think you're smart. Yeah, because you're hanging around 4th graders all day. That's the thing, because you're hanging around fucking dumb kids all day, so your ego gets inflated to a disproportional sense. And now you think everything's hilarious, these stupid kids. And listen, I'm sure they love the kids, but it makes me feel like this. It's so like, oh, these stupid fucking kids. Yeah, you're the teacher. Who do you think you are? You're the reason the kids are dumb. You know what I mean?
Things towards me. This is not okay. We can't tolerate this in the classroom. And the mom's response was, well, first of all, he was just being honest. Second of all, he's only being the alpha male I've raised him to be.
Sounds like a great mother. Jesus Christ, did you hear that? Did you hear that? She said, basically the kid acted up and the teacher's like, nah, he's just an alpha. My boy's just an alpha. He's just a fucking alpha. The kid. That's actually hilarious. Wow.
I wish they would look at me like that.
Yeah, right? I wish my mom just called me an alpha. Can you imagine your mom calling you an alpha male? It's like, hey, your son just slapped the girl in the face and called him a bitch. Boys will be boys.
Yeah.
Boys will be boys. Hey, your son just took a shit on the desk and smeared it across the windows. Damn, he just He's an alpha. He's just built different. He's just a man around town. It's like, hey, your son just shot up this school, killed 14 civilians, including one first responder. All right, that's too far. That's too far. Never mind. That's not an alpha anymore. Not an alpha.
What?
This teacher called.
It's pretty funny though. It's funny how even the YouTube algorithm now is affecting parents. Like even the mom's whole mother just watching videos on how to pick up girls. The mom's watching videos like how to seduce girls in the club, even if you're an ugly guy. Click here for $1 million. Even the mom's watching like, damn, I gotta send this to my kid, you know. Anyways, that's Teacher's Podcast. I'm a little rusty about doing the podcast, by the way, if you could tell. I'm just trying to get back into the motions. One last thing I want to talk about. Kyrie Irving re-signed with the Nets. Kyrie Irving opted in to his, I think, over $1 million deal with the Brooklyn Nets for the next season, at least over $1 million. And here's the thing, why Kyrie Irving belongs to Brooklyn. Because Kyrie Irving embodies new Brooklyn and old Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Because he's like very like mystical and like flat earthy and like conspiracy theory-ish, like deep thinker, which embodies the new Brooklyn. But he's also like, nah, I ain't getting that fucking vaccine. Shit's gay. What the fuck I get the vaccine? You know, he's very like old Brooklyn, that style. He's like, nah, bro, do what the fuck I want. I'm not getting no fucking vaccine. You know what I mean? And that's why he embodies a new Brooklyn versus old Brooklyn. So it kind of melts together, and he kind of represents the city well. You know what I mean? All right, so I think we're going to end it there. I do want to have some closing remarks. I get it. I see how fucking long it's taking. Okay, I know.
Oh my god.
Jesus. All right. Well, anyways.
The soundboard.
Anyways, thank you for listening so much. Enjoy the rest of your show.
No, stay. We want to hear more.
Is this a suicide hotline? I'm gonna need some